Yesterday, the first vegan restaurant got a Michelin star. We're gonna discuss now which impact this gonna have on the culinary world. But first, let me explain to you what a Michelin star is for everyone who doesn't know. The Guide Michelin is a restaurant guide who gives a rating from 1 to 3 stars for the best restaurants worldwide. If you're now thinking, Michelin, I somewhere heard this name. Yeah, you're right. It's a tire company with this guy. In the year 1900, the Guide Michelin actually started as a car magazine and a tire magazine. And over the years they gave it worldwide for free. In 1922 they started selling it for about $2 and added sections like hotels and restaurants. They noticed about the popularity of the restaurant section and started awarding fine dining restaurants with stars. In 1936 they introduced the 3-star system. 1 star means it's a restaurant worth stopping. The 2nd star means it's a restaurant worth visiting, and the 3rd star means it's a restaurant worth a journey. They also have restaurants in this guide without any stars, and those are all really good restaurants. Don't get me wrong, 1 star is an extremely good restaurant. And bad restaurants are not even listed in this guide. So every restaurant in this guide, even those with no stars, are really good restaurants. Since then the Guide Michelin became more and more famous and gained an influence worldwide. I read that the inspectors of this guide are more anonymous than CIA agents. Not even their own parents are allowed to know what they work, so to make it impossible to anyhow influence those guides. And for all the American viewers, yes, there are only 3 stars, and the 5-star system there's in America are from other guides or anything. Those are not Michelin stars. Also, hotels don't go by the Michelin star system, they have another star system which only rates which hardware is there. If you have a TV if you have a own gym, if you have a spa, 24 hours restaurant service, that's what a hotel makes stars and has nothing to do with the Michelin stars. Michelin stars only rate quality of food. Not even the service, only the quality of the food. Not only the quality and taste, but also the consistency and creativity. So now you know what the Michelin guide is, let's talk about haute cuisine. The haute cuisine originated in the 17th century in France and was only accessible to the elite, like kings. It was food prepared by professional chefs with extravagant ingredients like off-seasonal fruits, ingredients that were not typical for France. The best meat there is or rare cuts like tongues and only the fillet, which is a really small amount of the cow, and time-consuming cooking techniques with extravagant presentation. There were huge banquets and all food was served at once. This was changed in the 20th century by serving everything in courses. Courses? In the 1960s there was a movement that tried to simplify the gourmet kitchen. At first there were up to 20 courses, and now standards are beginning from 3 to 7 courses. They made lighter sauces, less cooking time or even raw cooking like a tartare, and tried to go away from traditional combinations and create new style. As I've said, the old style was using only best and most expensive, but with a big influence of ecological thinking. Nowadays styles are like using a whole 7-course meal only from one animal. All recipes are reinterpreted, which were usually waste-using recipes, and now is a gourmet recipe. Within the last 30 to 40 years there were many new styles who influenced the gourmet kitchen. There was a trend of molecular kitchen, and even though molecular kitchen as a concept doesn't exist really anymore, most of its influences are still there, like sous vide or espumas. Within the last years, Japanese and Asian culture took a huge impact on cuisine, and all the techniques and spices led to a huge variety of restaurants nowadays. So what has all this to do with a vegan Michelin star restaurant? At first, veganism was just a trend for most people and they expected it to go away as soon as it came. A lot of people laughed at vegans and most chefs just found them annoying. But in the new generation, thinking about the environment and nature has changed a lot. And as I've said, with the influence of Asian and Japanese cuisine, there is a huge variety of ingredients. A lot of Asians are actually vegan or vegetarian because of their religion or personal beliefs. and have a huge culture in vegan or vegetarian cooking. At first it was annoying for most chefs to cook with only vegetables, but over the years it became a challenge to create the same amount of umami with only vegetables as you could with meat. And with this knowledge of worldwide cuisine, the first ever restaurant got one Michelin star with only veggie ingredients. The restaurant I'm talking about is named ONA in France, and you can think of it as a symbol for the new generation. It was founded by a woman with absolutely no budget who bought this restaurant by a crowd fund. She showed us even if you go full veggie, you can create top tier gourmet food. Unfortunately, this restaurant is closed right now, but we will go to her homepage and just look at the food she serves in her restaurant usually. This is top tier presentation as any other Michelin star chef. And right here on this pic, I would eat it. It's so beautiful. Look at all the details, all the love that goes into all the work. And for most of those ingredients, I can't even tell what it is. But you just want to eat it. You just want to bite right into it. As almost every Michelin star chef, she works a lot with textures like crispy, and I can see some liquid components, some soft components. Right here I expect this one to be more softer in texture, and then this chip above to be really crunchy. I unfortunately can't taste it right now, so I try to... This looks beautiful. I think those are mushrooms, but it looks just like an anemone. Did I say it right? Ooh. Oh yeah, this coral chip. If it's a basic coral chip, it's nothing special, but I don't expect it to be a basic coral chip, to be honest. I can show you actually how to do a basic coral chip. If you like, leave a comment. Let me know if you would like to see me go full fancy. Is this cheese? That's not vegan. So with this milestone that the first veggie restaurant got 1 Michelin star, the next milestone would be 2 Michelin stars or even 3 Michelin stars. And I'm really excited to go out there and hopefully taste one of these and to see which new creations, which new horizons there will be to reach. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this type of video, let me know. Leave me a like, subscribe, and see you next time. Love you all. Bye bye. See ya.